My name is Hap Roberts. I was born October 24th, 1950 in Salisbury, North Carolina. My dad was Harold Knox Roberts Sr. He was a cotton broker. My mother was Bonnie Idell McNeil Roberts. She was a school teacher. My grandfather was Hugh Carr Roberts, and my grandmother, his wife, was Lula Clementine Walker. They had 10 children, 3 girls, 7 boys. My dad was the middle child. My mother's father was John Alexander McNeil, and her mother was Ida Covington McNeil. My grandfather McNeil owned a general store and a farm and a feed mill, and was killed in an accident in the feed mill in the mid-1920s. He was a very progressive man. He had the first radio in Richmond County. They lived outside of Hamlet, North Carolina. And he had on order a biplane. My grandmother, McNeil, we called her Mama Neal, ran all that when he died, and then she eventually leased it out. On the other side of the family, my grandfather Roberts, we called Papa. He probably went to school until the 4th or 5th grade and then went to work in the mills. And he was aggressive and smart, and he worked his way up until he was superintendent of several mills. And then when he retired, he became a cotton broker with my Uncle Wilbur. My dad was one of the first highway patrolmen in the mid-1930s. And in the late 30s, he left and came to work with my grandfather to go on the road for the company, H.K. Roberts and Sons Cotton. My grandfather sent him down to summer school at NC State College in the late 30s and to study grading cotton. My grandfather, Papa, was one of the best graders of cotton in the Southeast. So he sent Daddy down to NC State to learn how to grade cotton. And that's where my dad met my mother. She was down there taking summer school, working on her 4-year degree, teaching degree, which she eventually got at Catawba College. But that's how they met. And then they married about 3 years later. And then I came along 10 years later.